Hi, welcome. What is your name and your age?
My name is Tommy Aguilar. 60. I just turned 60.
Happy birthday, by the way.
Thank you.
How old were you when you saw your first movie?
I don't remember. I was probably like 3 or something. I don't even remember what I was watching. Everything's black and white.
Oh, it was.
By the way.
How much did you pay for the ticket, or do you remember?
Oh, you mean to the movies?
Yeah.
To go into the movies, I think I went to see one of those cartoon Disney movies when we were at the Venice Fox Theater.
Mhm.
It's like a quarter to get in.
Mhm.
And you get a toy, like it was a matinee.
Mhm.
You get a toy at the door, and then walk in there with your mom and sister, and you watch Disney movies like Bambi and whatever, Snow White, all those flicks. First I thought you were like talking about at home.
No, just in general, your
Right.
experience as well.
Okay.
What was the theater like? Was it a neighborhood theater,
Yeah.
drive-in? Or...
Neighborhood theater, the Venice Fox Theater, and really old, and they had these really cool paintings on the sides of the walls.
What were the refreshments like?
Just basic stuff: popcorn, soda.
How much did they cost?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I didn't buy them.
No, right? No one ever buys them. Where did you sit? Your favorite place to sit?
About the middle.
The middle?
Yeah.
What do you remember about your first movie, or what's the first movie that made a big impression on you?
I think the movie that kind of really made an impact was the Yearling. When I saw the Yearling and what the kid went through when his dad had to shoot the deer.
Oh.
I don't know if you know the movie, but it was pretty heavy.
Okay.
When you're little like that, it's just like really.
Because Old Yeller had one
It
of the
shocks
same
you,
effects.
kind of shocking,
Like,
sad.
Very.
And then the other one that kind of freaked me out was The Bad Seed.
What was that movie about?
It was about a bad little girl who was, she was pretty. I don't know if she was mentally insane, but it seems like it. Yeah, she actually murdered somebody in the movie as a little girl. So yeah, sorry.
Well, that's heavy, but those things make impressions on us.
It was pretty bad.
What did you remember
all these
about
bad experiences? Oh God, cinema.
Hey, those are the things that will stay in your memory. What do you remember about the star, the story, or the costumes, or the sets? Did any of those make a big impression on you?
Just the main thing that I always enjoyed, or that I was the scenery, the whole set, seeing the mountains, the houses, the cars, everything in the background makes a big difference, when you're watching a movie. Yeah. And it really kind of puts you into
the experience.
Right into that experience. And I really like that, seeing the backgrounds. Like I'll look at the backgrounds on purpose, some movies.
Because I know The Searchers.
And then I'll go, hey, that wasn't there in that era.
Oh, that's right. Mm-hmm.
They didn't have a Chevy, turbo, whatever.
Because I know The Searchers, starring John Wayne, it was like one of the first of its kind, where it really took you onto the set, and you could see the desert, and you saw the cowboys, and you saw the Native Americans, and so that it was a big thing in that time, because before they were in the set, so that's interesting to see. When you went to the movies, did you go by yourself, with a friend, or with family?
Well, when I was little, I went with my mom and my sister. And when I got older, I went once in a while. I would go to a movie, but not a lot.
Did you connect? Was it something that your family did? To spend time together.
Not all the time. Just once in a while. We didn't have much money, so.
Okay. How many movies would you go see a month generally?
Geez, probably 2 a year.
Okay.
Not a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, we didn't. We pretty much made our own movies.
Mm-hmm. So.
In the backyard.
That's true. Yeah. Now, do you go to the movies?
No, I haven't been to a movie since I went with my wife and my daughter and my son up north.
What movie was it?
And it was That's how much it impacted me. It was incredible.
It wasn't that good.
No, it was about the what's his name? They go off into another planet and they end up like fighting. Who is it? Tom Hanks? I can't remember. I'm sorry.
Do you remember?
Mars?
It was
Martian?
about 2 years ago. It was a pretty big movie.
He goes with his family?
No, there's a couple of guys that go up.
I think Matt Damon. I think that's called The Martian.
There you go.
Yeah, The Martian.
Yeah.
What do you think of modern movies? Because we've come a long way since the old sets.
I think a lot of them are too sensational. They try to really make you the shock value. Mm-hmm. And it's the same with TV shows now. Mm-hmm. And comedians. Comedians rely on stuff that is not funny and try to make it funny. They're not even funny. Okay. So a lot of the comedians that I grew up watching, you just had to see their face, and they were hilarious. They were good. They were original, and they didn't rely on President Trump to make a joke or say the
slapstick comedy.
Right. Yeah. Cool. Good comedians are naturally, they just get you going naturally. They don't have to do politics or, sex or, they don't have to rely on all these things that everybody knows about already. Yeah. It doesn't, I'm just saying in general, if they're funny, they're funny. If they're not, they're relying on all this stuff that's not them. Mm-hmm. It's personal. Their personal, persona, I guess you would say, is just, it's you don't see it like the old,
the old movies,
the old school stuff. The person who's really fun. Like I can sit there and just look at Phyllis Diller and bust up. She just had natural talent. She didn't use these different problems to make us laugh. She could just be funny just by looking at her. Yeah, and so times have changed. It's gotten like sensationalism. Let's talk about all this risque stuff so that everybody can laugh about it. But in the end, we're all still bummed out about it.
That's true.
It's
a more morbid take on comedy, which is not.
And movies and TV, it's the same thing. I'll sit there and I'll look at, and I go, who's writing this stuff? How do they get paid for just writing this garbage? It's just nonsense to me. A lot of it, it's not funny. So I'll watch old shows.
So
me and my wife will watch old funny old shows. And funny old comedians and stuff once in a while. I'm a big comedy fan, so.
Okay, so you like I Love Lucy and all that jazz?
I wasn't into Lucy too much, but when I was a kid, I grew up watching Soupy Sales. Okay. Soupy Sales and shows like that, and then there was the other stuff that I really like is documentaries. Okay. This is real stuff that people are dealing with, and I can get into that. I really enjoy seeing a documentary on, the whole plight of Native Americans on reservations or people in Africa who are starving and dying, but yet, we get on the news, we get jokes about
the watered down version.
The president, which I don't really think is funny. So anyway, I'm sorry.
No problem. If you had to narrow it down, last question, what would be your favorite movie of all time if you had to choose one?
My favorite movie? That's a hard question. There's a lot. I don't watch a lot of movies or TV. It's kind of funny because I'm hardly in front of a TV or a movie. Okay. So I think one of the movies that I always enjoyed was Fantasia because of the music and, just the art and the choreography, everything that they did looks just really nice quality.
The Sorcerer's Hat.
Right, yeah. It's just really good stuff. And And I'm still a kid at heart, so I love watching that. I'll sit there with my grandson and watch that stuff.
Okay, well, thank you
Yeah.
for doing this interview.